Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth here. So I wanted to do this video in regards to every day is a new day for you to be able to change. So look, this is a little bit of like an inspirational video, just like a quick short pep talk. The world is messed up. It's always been messed up in its own way, and for some reason, the more sophisticated and intellectual we've just become smarter at doing a lot of things, especially in the world of corruption, that the world today is no different than how it's ever been in the past. It's just a different story, different characters, and more sophisticated methods of doing things. But a lot of people today are suffering, especially because they are so attached to the material world, or in the yoga philosophy they call it the Maya, which is the illusion, which is being attached to the earthly plane in terms of materialism, money, job title, everything that you kind of see with your physical eyes. A lot of people on this planet have lust for a lot of things, whether it is wealth or having a bunch of men or women in their lives, as well as materialism. A lot of people today are not content, and I think that's where a lot of dissatisfaction is rooting from, is coming from this lack of contentment of being happy for what you have. Especially if you've ever traveled in poor or more third world countries, their attitudes on life are a lot different. It's because they're not over bombarded with this world of abundance, that we kind of suffer with in the West. So, look, every day is a day that you will be able to do some form of change. A lot of times people today, they want to change things, like the click of their fingers, or as fast as like a click of a button on a remote control, and change doesn't happen that way. It can, but for the most part, change is a process that evolves through time, and change takes time. Even waking up one day and just starting to think about the way you perceive life or something differently is a form of change. If you're really horrible at time management, maybe just making a list of things that you need to do is your first step of change to be able to grow and evolve in that area, so you are not so scattered all the time, that you can start to ground yourself by seeing the lists and the bullet points of things that are available to you. So I think in terms of being able to change, you have to really look within and look at your perspectives on life or your situation or whatever you're dealing with, and look at it from an outside point of view without any judgment. What in your life do you want to change? If you think about making, I've talked about this in other videos, small 1% improvements either in your behavior changes or in certain things in life, you will be able to better set yourself up for a happier future, with focusing on accomplishing one thing at a time. So many people want to make so many changes at once, but they tend to fail because they're not doing it in a more progressive or a more methodical approach, where it's like once one thing becomes effortless, then you can move on to the next thing and work on that and change that behavior, attitude, or something until that becomes effortless in itself. So we need to look at life from a different lens and just realize that waking up every day and living this day actually is a gift, because as you know, people are born on this planet and people die on this planet every single day. Some human beings are given 6 months of life on this earth. Others are given 22 years. Other people are given 97 years. That is not up to us to discern our length of time. That obviously is something that comes from what your soul has signed up for to accomplish on this planet, and things like that, and that relationship with God. If there is a beginning and an end, there is a beginning and an end in our life. And so you have to be able to look at life to realize that what type of attitude or what type of well-being do you want to move forward in your life. Do you want to move forward of always being sick and tired and exhausted and cranky and negative? Or do you want to move forward in life being the best version of yourself? If you want to try to be the best version of yourself, you're going to have to look at the patterns in your life, the patterns in your behavior, and really try to work on improving that. And as I've discussed in other videos, I really think everybody in this planet can benefit from using counseling or psychology or some sort of support group to help them overcome a lot of issues in their life, whether that's having insecurities, drug or sex addictions, things like that. We can be addicts in other ways, like being a security addict, always worrying about money. That can definitely add a lot of stress to people's life. But we are in the driver's seat of our own life. We can't control the external world or the people outside of us. We can control our actions, our thoughts, and our own behaviors, and we can control our own emotional health in terms of how other people affect us, but we have the ability to change something in our life every single day. And if it's not every day that you can kind of contemplate about this stuff, maybe you focus on it 20 minutes a week or something like that. But I'm just telling you that every day you wake up, that is a fresh day to initiate some form of change in your life or in your health or in your success in certain areas. But you have to take charge of it. Life is not easy nowadays. There's a lot of struggle, and the more corruption and certain things that continue to happen, the light is shining through. The light is coming through to expose a lot of the injustices that are happening on an individual and a collective environment. So these are just some thoughts that I have. I hope that you can take this and kind of think about it a little bit on how you can wake up every single day, which is initiating, or it's a day to initiate some form of change in your life. So start small. The smallest progressions lead to the biggest results. And I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any thoughts on this, please feel free to comment below. I apologize if my voice has come through raspy. I've been kind of sick for the last month, so I really haven't done any videos in the last few weeks. A lot of what I've filmed has been back in January and February. I've just been slow with uploading them. You can support me on Patreon. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.